Hey, ¿qué tal mis monstruosísimos? ¿Cómo están? Un gustazo de nuevo estar aquí con ustedes en esta aventura. Seguimos con la misión de el malnacido de este. No vamos a ponernos serios, vamos a respetar y vamos a ponernos serios. Seguimos con la misión del varón sanguinario. Tenemos que encontrar a su esposa y a su hija. Y bueno, el conjurador nos comentaba de que resulta que Ana, la esposa, estaba embarazada, pero que había tenido un aborto. No sabemos en qué circunstancias básicamente se dio ese acontecimiento del aborto, pero vamos a ir a averiguarlo. Entonces tenemos que ir a hablar con el varón sanguinario. Señor, venga, señor, espere. ¿Cómo así? ¿Qué significa eso? ¿Qué significa eso? Haga el favor y me respeta usted. Y a ver qué nos cuenta el varón. Vamos a ver, vamos a ir rápidamente para allá. Hostia. Sardinilla, busque. En serio, yo no entiendo eso. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Por qué está en llamas esto? Tiene. Ay, espera, dice aquí, ok. Dice que hay. Tenemos una nueva bestia, sabuesos de la cacería salvaje. Sabuesos de la cacería salvaje. Siguiendo la cacería salvaje van aullando sus sabuesos, como nubes de polvo a la estela de un cometa. Las leyendas que se cuentan en voz baja sostienen que a veces se despistan y descienden de los cielos. Y siembran en la tierra el frío y la muerte a su paso. Essica Chiporra Daven, trovador. Nacidos de los cristales de hielo mágicos, o eso sostienen algunos expertos, los sabuesos de la cacería salvaje corren al lado de sus amos espectrales. Son como perros salvajes y voraces, y atacan sin pensar a todo lo que se cruce en su camino. Nos enfrentamos a unos cuantos cuando estábamos por ahí en las cuevas con Kira. Ahorita aquí como un poquitito. Listo, listo. ¿Qué más tenemos por acá? Insectoides, los endriagos ya los habíamos visto. Híbridos no tenemos. Malditos. Malogrados. Eficaz. Aceite para malditos y axia. Dice malogrados. Decir que un malogrado es feo es como decir que la mierda no es especialmente sabrosa. No se puede decir que sea una mentira, pero tampoco refleja toda la realidad. Lambert, brujo de la escuela de lobo. Los malogrados son quizá las criaturas más repulsivas que un brujo haya tenido el disgusto de conocer. Nacidos de bebés indeseados que han sido desechados sin recibir una sepultura adecuada, su apariencia es la de un feto medio podrido, con su carne amorfa retorcida por el odio, el miedo y la malicia. Estas horribles criaturas se alimentan de sangre de mujeres encintas y se ven impelidas por una voracidad tal que suele conllevar la muerte de su víctima. Ah, interesante. Aquí en Colombia, de hecho, hay una leyenda de un espanto que se llama el tunjo. Y dicen que tú escuchas a un niño llorando en los bosques y bueno, decides recogerlo. Y cada vez que lo vas cargando y lo vas cargando, pues se va volviendo más pesado hasta que te traga así, facilito. Wow. Se traga el turno, pero aquí es un... ¿Qué pasó? Vamos. ¿Qué es lo que está pasando? Que te quites de ahí. Algo raro está pasando aquí. Oye, esta gente porque está tan tranquila si el castillo está en llamas.
Take it easy.
Oswin? Where's Oswin? Anyone seen him?
Believe I saw him heading to the stable.
What?
Fire. You blind? Nobody willing to put it out?
Ain't that simple. Most are afraid. Baron flies into a rage. He takes no prisoners.
My brother's in the stable. We've got to save him. He'll burn alive. Him and the horses.
See what I can do.
Hurry now, quick!
Hermoso de cuadros y los caballos atrapados. Solo lo hago por los caballos. Este tipo, ¿qué le pasa? A ver, a ver. No, por aquí no.
Damn it, lots of smoke. Gotta hurry.
Over here! Can't get out! Roof's collapsed!
Coming to get you.
¿Por dónde? ¿Por dónde? ¿Por dónde? Oxígeno, nos estamos quedando sin oxígeno, parcero. No, vamos, no me digas que vamos a morir aquí, pa. No. En las últimas. A ver, a ver, a ver, a ver, vamos a calmarnos. No. Vamos a ocupar. A ver, a ver, a ver. Ok, aquí podemos recuperarlo. Vamos a... ¿Cómo la abrimos? ¿Cómo la abrimos? Abrir, abrir.
We've a hero in our midst. You've earned yourself a barrel of Lyrian.
I know your wife miscarried. Was that before or after you beat her to a pulp?
What the fuck are you suggesting?
Don't play me for a fool. You'd been beating them for years. Finally, they'd had enough and fled. Sound about right?
Órale, a ver, papá.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
I know your wife miscarried. Was that before or
Pues-
after you beat her to a pulp?
What the fuck are you
Don't play me for a fool. You'd been beating them for years. Finally,
Está,
they'd
está
had
puto,
enough and
Geralt.
fled.
Está...
Sound about right?
Entonces... Oh.
They ran from you, didn't they?
lying prick?
¿Usted qué? ¿Para dónde va? Tómalo. Y Geralt se emputó.
We need to talk.
Este man está loquísimo. De razón que lo llaman varón sanguinario. Es un cobarde. Si es verdad que le estaba pegando a la esposa y a la hija.
Sit down. You beat them.
I never laid a finger on Tamara. Not once.
And on Anna.
That's another story. She always knew how to spark my ire.
Qué excusa, ¿no?
Your wife. How'd she make you angry? Too much salt in the soup? Socks never darned?
20 years we've known each other. She's seen me drunk and sober. She was there to greet me when I returned the victor. She was there to patch me up in defeat. Like no other, she knew where to press, where to pinch, so it would hurt.
You beat her? For that? For criticizing you?
Oh, Witcher, you haven't a clue, have you? Well, perhaps I shall tell you about it one day. One day, but not today.
Expect me to believe you are a loving father to Tamara after that scene in the courtyard?
You're free to believe whatever you wish, but she was always the apple of my eye. She had the run of the place, ask anyone. She'd ride the horses, hunt with the men, at times join them on their rounds. And they'd send for her when I flew into a rage, for only she could calm me.
Make it sound like she led a charmed life. If that's the case, why'd she run?
Prefiero irse con
I'd
su mamá.
hardly need you if I knew.
You knew they had run away from the start.
Yes, I knew.
Why didn't you tell me? Wasted my time.
Say I had. Say I'd said I had troubles. Couldn't control my wife, my daughter. What kind of flaccid prick would you take me for?
Como huyera. La verdad es que sí.
Gotta admit, I do think you're a prick. Not because you couldn't control them, but because you drove them away.
What?
Don't play the idiot. You gave them no choice.
Anna and I. It wasn't as it seemed. Seems.
All right, I'm all ears. Tell me what happened. The truth this time.
I'd been soaking myself 3 days straight. Anna came to me, said they were leaving. I begged them to stay. She refused to hear it. I tried to stop her. She wriggled like an eel. We struggled. She fell. Last blasted thing I remember. Woke up in the morn, breeches heavy with my own piss. A large bump on my head. Sadly, they were gone. Know what that's like, Witcher? No. How the fuck could you? I was left with nothing. Nothing! Only the bottle.
Signs of a fight in the room. Hole in the wall, wine all over the landing. Was that you?
Aye. We tussled. She tried to whack me on the noggin with a candlestick, but kept missing. Hit the wall and a pillar instead. I staggered backwards onto the table, spilled the wine, slipped and tumbled. Anna used that moment to flee. She rushed down the stairs, still clutching that damn candlestick. I caught her on the landing. We fell. I thought I had her. Then she turned and smacked me in the head. I blacked out. Don't know what happened next. When I came to, I was alone.
Posiblemente sí.
For all this, she see you quarrel.
Through the doorway, perhaps. She didn't enter the room. Shame, too. Things might have turned out differently. The sight of her always calmed me.
What happened next?
Next, it only got worse. I awoke at sunset, not knowing how many days had passed. Thought it was all a ploughing, drunken nightmare. And then I went to the bedchamber, and Anna was not there. Instead, there was blood everywhere.
O sea que
I knew she'd miscarried. My breath short, my throat locked. I neared the bed and saw it. It lay there, a tiny thing, defenseless, on bloodied sheets, dead. And it was my doing.
Maybe you're doing, maybe not. But that amulet she wore could be important. Or maybe the fact that she lost it. What did you do with the child?
What was I to do? Took it out and buried it.
Just like that?
Damn you! I gave no thought to a funeral. It was a horror. I wanted it to end. That child had been my dream. I told Anna, the little one, our little one, to make things right. Yet she died before she could be born. Understand, Witcher? My child was dead.
Get hold of yourself. Men like you, when they break down, look downright pathetic.
You're a heartless bastard.
Mutations worked then. But here's the good news. Your dead child might help us find the one who's still alive. And your wife.
What? How?
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into fucking what?
Se lo voy a explicar para que lo recuerde muy bien.
A cursed creature that draws strength from killing pregnant women. Once it's strong enough, it attacks those who scorned it.
But how? How does it know?
Blood ties. They're a strong bond. A bond I want to use to find your family.
How?
One of two ways. Legends claim you can bury a botchling under the family's threshold, perform a ritual, and turn it into a lubberkin. That's a sort of, hob, a guardian spirit that could lead me to your family.
And the other way?
We kill it and draw some blood. Take that to the Peller and he does the rest.
Do not kill my child. It's suffered enough already. Lift the curse.
No sé, no puedo prometer nada.
Whatever we do, we gotta find the botchling first.
I'll show you where I buried her, and I'll dig the grave at my threshold.
If it turns out we can't transform the botchling into a lubberkin, they can bury us in it. Handy either way. Need to tend to something first.
Be quick. And me? What am I to do in the meantime?
Sober up.
No, de una vez vamos. Ah, bueno, lo que pasa es que supongo que si yo no tengo absolutamente nada. Vamos a ver si podemos encontrar algo. Que me gustaría encontrar recursos. Entra a algún sitio. Ahí fue donde me trabé la vez pasada. Uy. Bueno, vamos a ver si podemos encontrar algún sitio donde comprar, no sé, salud o lo que sea. Y continuamos con la misión.
Spot of cider for you? Or a bit of dry?
Like to take a look. Farewell.
Esto es solamente para armas.
You just...
Perchance the vermin will stay in the castle with a boy like this. Pam. Plow it and over.
Muy bien, ahora que ya tenemos algunos objetos para curarnos, vamos a seguir con la misión.
Ready?
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight at midnight.
Then wait here with me. Near midnight, I'll take you to where I buried her.
Get word to the common folk. Let us stay in their homes tonight and draw a line of salt outside their doors.
Wow, debe
Do I
ser
take a
bien.
shovel to dig up the grave?
Take it. You'll need it, but not for that.
Debe ser un enemigo poderoso porque para que estemos tan.
A bit further. Follow me.
Este tipo es una desgracia.
You give the child a name?
No. Why would we?
Mistake. Names are powerful seals.
Murió sin un nombre. Nada, básicamente. Fue desechado.
Here's the spot.
Muy triste. Me pregunto qué
Chose a
poderes
lovely
tendrá.
spot.
Damn it, will you relent? I'm ploughing now I've done wrong.
Good. The grave's dug up and empty.
What's that mean?
Botchlings on the prowl.
Look!
Uf. Que se parecía a él. Un poquito.
Take it in your arms, quick.
And if it goes Garrett, it'll bite us in the arse before we know it.
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid. It's calm for now.
Bloody hell. What happens when it gets ploughing restless?
It'll bite through your jugular and you'll bleed to death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic. Pick it up. Take it in your arms.
Recógela, recógela. Responsabilízate de tus
Merciful gods.
fechorías.
Back to the fortress.
What? With this?
As I recall, you were the one wanted to test the old legends and change it into a lubberkin.
Oh, fuck.
Vamos a ver. No sé si se mantendrá muy calma esta criatura por mucho tiempo. Abrázela, abrázela porque es que darle amor, así esté fea.
These specters. Watching the scent attracted them.
¿Dónde están? ¿Dónde están?
Do something. How you like that?
Tómalo, tómalo. Perfecto.
This take me. It's driving something. Calm it down.
¿Cómo hago para calmarla? Acción, a ver. Ah, es que no me la seleccionaba, maldita sea.
Quiet now. But what do you want to do with it?
Me? Nothing. This is your job. Told you, gotta bury it under the threshold. If the tales are true, by tomorrow it'll be a lubberkin. From then on, it'll watch over your house and help me find your family.
Vamos a ver si las leyendas son ciertas. Y en caso de que no me pregunto qué pasará, creo que aquí van a aparecer otras.
More coming. Need to hurry.
On with it. Hold up, wait.
Oh. A ver, ¿los atacas? No apreciaría. Oh. Por acá.
Squirming again.
Muy bien.
Worked. It stopped.
Ya casi
Chose our
llegamos.
name?
No,
So think of one. It's important.
it's a girl. What would Anna have named her?
Es un poco extraño. Posiblemente aquí aparezca.
What now?
Repeat after me. By the powers of earth and sky.
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the world that was to be your home.
By the world that was to be your home.
Forgive me, you who came, but who I did not embrace.
Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace.
I name thee, say her name, and embrace thee as my daughter.
I name thee Daya, and embrace thee as my daughter.
Descanso.
Good. Now bury the body.
Al menos fue sincera la intención. Es un poco triste, ¿no? Porque realmente
What now?
In 1 day's time, Dea should turn into a lubberkin. I'll stay here and wait. You go home.
I'll wait with you.
Out of the question.
But that's my child. The guilt, the responsibility for all this lies with me.
Time for parental impulses? It's long past. Besides, nothing else you can do here.
But
No buts. Just Witcher's work left to do here. Gotta wait a day and a night for the botchling to turn into a lubberkin. That's it. Go home. And try not to drink yourself stupid again.
Sí, creo que ese es el mejor consejo que le pude haber dado. Nos quedamos esperando de una vez.
By blood's power I summon you. With your name I beseech you. Hear my call and arise, Dea. Lead me to those bound to you by blood.
Time to water the horses.
Get out of my sight.
Creí que iba a cambiar de aspecto, ¿no? Que iba... Aunque se nota que está en paz porque tiene una aura blanca. Vamos a ver a dónde nos lleva. Ahora es posible que no sea hija del varón. Pero de lo contrario no creo que hubiera funcionado el... No creo que hubiera funcionado el ritual. No tengo tiempo para quedarme aquí a pelear con ustedes. Bueno, acá ya está ya. No estaban tan lejos. Si esa está la casa, no estaban lejos. No.
Sure wasn't lavender they kept in there. Might be worth looking around, though. Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse. A bracelet. One of them must have dropped it.
Como muchas botellas de agua. Vienen muy bien.
Clothing. They change in here. Both were here. I'm going the right way. Wants to show me something more.
No. Déjenme en paz, déjenme en paz. Los odio. Uf, ¿cuántos más? Uf, uf. Uy. Explota, está allá.
Should examine that horse carcass.
¿Otro?
What now, you piece of filth?
Ven acá, ven acá, ven acá. Alejarse de una vez. Ya me...
What
¿Nos
do we have
atacaron?
here? Bones have been here a while. Chewed on the saddle. Necrophages will eat anything these days. Giant claws. Wasn't a necrophage made these marks.
Otro hombre lobo.
Horseshoes missing. Is this the animal that lost one in the smokehouse? Head torn clear off. Takes incredible strength. Must have been attacked by a powerful beast. Surprised him. Hope they got away.
Complicado.
Trail goes on. Good thing it doesn't end here.
Vamos a ver a dónde nos lleva aquí.
Damn, you're ugly.
Vamos, vamos, vamos. Tranquilo, tranquilo, que aquí voy. Sin problema. Joder. No me acaba llevando nada. Oye, pero se fueron, claro, alcanzaron a recorrer un buen camino. Aquí.
The fisherman's hut. Seems she wants me to take a closer look.
Who's that? The room. Go on now.
What you seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. Woeful. We has nothing. We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women. The Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height, about 20. Her mother's thin, about 40. Seen them?
That sir came at night, right, Mummy? Quiet, boy.
Los niños no mienten. ¿A quién has visto? ¿Puedes describirla?
I want to help that woman. She could be in danger.
Young and seen no one, my lord. He's a kiddie. Must have dreamt it.
I want to hear this dream then. So, kid, who did you see? Who came here?
Pappy brought her at night. The lady does the medicines. She was all afeared. Talked about an awful monster. Said she had to go back. Dunno where to. Mummy and Pappy cheered her up. Gave her clothes. Hers were ragged.
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough. No point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of our father's men.
Because I'm not. I'm looking for Tamara and her mother. I need to know if they're alive and safe.
Tamara is high. She's to my brother's place in Oxenford. But Mrs. Anna, that's another tale. Though anywhere's better than the crow's perch with a baron.
Why?
Bueno, tiene razón.
'Cause he beat her, sir. beat Mrs. Anna, I means. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
What happened to Tamara's mother?
Twere like this. I was awaiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. Moon had risen high, and still they hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched them. But finally they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. 'Twere then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
What marks?
They's, well, like burned on with hot iron. On the palms, inside.
Burned? Like a cattle brand?
Aye, though these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot
Okay.
and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
Fine. What happened next?
Grew even darker. Seemed someone had put out the stars. Crickets all went silent of a sudden, and then, from the woods, a roar. Broke out in a cold sweat, and before I could catch my breath, a beast jumped out of the woods, big as a barn, with horns and 2 burning coals for eyes. I thought I was done for. Beast attacked Mrs. Anna's horse, ripped its head off, carried her off into the woods. Our horses, mine and Miss Tamara's, got spooked and tore off willy-nilly. 'Twere the only reason we escaped. The miss
línea
wanted
atrás.
to go back for her mother, but my wife pleaded, said she'd die out there alone. Miss Tamara agreed not to go.
Why help them at all? You risked a lot.
I did that. Owed Miss Tamara. 3 moons passed, a fever gripped my boy. We thought he was done for. Tamara learnt it. Brought food and salves. We're poorer than dirt itself. She saved my boy. No 2 ways about it. Me, myself, I'd have never dared to help. But my missus told me a time of war and contempt's come. A time of folk gone wrong. We needs to repay good with good. Who stands by idly does
Esta
evil
frase
with
está brutalísima.
Married a wise woman.
En efecto.
Crying shame we couldn't save Mrs. Anna in the end.
Muy bien, gracias. Información importante.
Thanks for your
Porque
help.
The lady. She'll be all right in the end, won't she?
I'll
no
do
te lo
what I
puedo
can to see that she
asegurar.
is.
Pero lo intentaremos. Vamos a...
So here our paths diverge. Thank you, Dea. Go in peace.
Sería bien que cambiara de aspecto, ¿no? O sea, que como que... Pero bueno, supongo que también es el efecto de estar así, ¿no? Ven acá, sardinilla. No tengo ganas de pelear con nadie en este momento. En esta noche tormentosa, siendo las 3:17 de la mañana. Y bueno, o sea, tengo curiosidad porque al parecer es un monstruo muy grande el que atacó a Ana. Y de ser así, tenemos que prepararnos muy bien.
Slower.
Halt! Stand in Jew! I challenge
¿Y
you!
este quién es?
Boots a bit big, maybe? Careful not to trip.
Halt, I say! I am Ronvid of the Small Marsh, bound by a sacred oath.
Oh, that's rough. My sympathies.
To honor Maid Bilberry, fairest of all maids I know, by dueling 100 knights to the death. Now, draw your sword post haste,
Ve que
for
soy
I
el
have
primero.
99 left after you.
Why are you challenging me? Don't recall doing anything to offend the maid Bilberry.
Well, why? Then swear. Swear! Maid Bilberry's the most loveliest of all.
Thing is, I've never laid eyes on her.
Aha! Ah! I shall wash your scorn away with thy blood fiend. Stand and fight.
Bueno, hágale pues.
Had enough?
Yes, luck stood with you. But the next time we meet...
Ahora próxima vez.
Go back to Maid Bilberry and apologize for being an ass. Quick, before I change my mind and break your bones.
We shall meet again.
Bueno, ya veremos. Entrena entonces, papi, porque te veo. Y estos cabrones. Es que atacando a Sardinilla muchos. Sigamos nuestro camino.
That's it, Roach.
Ya va amaneciendo. La ambientación es que es otro nivel. La ambientación es que es de otro nivel. La verdad no es que este tipo se esté embriagando de nuevo.
Ask a service of the Witcher, the Pella must. A witcherly service, that's to say.
What do you need? Tell me.
A man who fears no evil the Pella needs. Forefathers' Eve is nigh. We've rites to conduct. Wandering souls to emerge. Damned souls, too. We've the circle to protect from these wretches.
Why hold the ritual at all?
At times men die choking with regret. At times death takes them before they've tasted any bitterness in life. These poor souls, unfulfilled, cannot leave this vale of tears. Their spirits wander midst the living, must be judged, sent on their way. This we do on Forefathers' Eve.
What'll I get out of it?
Witches do naught for free, this the Pella knows. Not to fear, how to reward one for their aid, this too the Pella knows.
Bien. Sí, no. Vamos hablando el mismo idioma, pues
Seems
papá.
like you could use a witcher, so yeah, I'll help.
You'd not refuse, the Pella knew. The time's come to gather the folk. Across the lake we must journey, to Fyke Isle. There in the circle of stones we shall meet.
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight at midnight.
A Geralt le gusta hacer todo antes de medianoche.
Remember me?
No.
Stable hand pulled you out of the fire.
Ah, ok.
Won't ever forget that. Here, I'm grateful.
Witcher, a word, please.
What is it?
That night when the Baron ordered everyone to lock their doors, stay inside, what did you and the Baron do?
Gotta ask the Baron about that. Speaking of which, know where he is?
Garden. Spends a lot of time sitting there of late.
Drunk.
No, don't drink, don't eat. Just sit.
There you are.
See the hollyhock there? The violet blooms. Brought the plants here from NACEN. Anna had read some story. Insisted on having them. Spent hours tending to them, trimming, pruning. She was so content at that. And them, the frilly ones, called birds of paradise in Zerrikania. But Tamara called them dragons of paradise. She adored them. Damn shame I'll never learn which blooms would please Dea most. Though it's good to know her spirit's free.
Your loss. It must hurt. Bad. But there wasn't anything we could do.
No. Not now. Not anymore. It was too late. That was clear. Should have acted earlier. Taken them all from this damned felon. In this hole. This reesty mire. Nothing could go right here.
Got some information about your family.
You've learned something? Well, let's go inside. It's a bit chilly out. Any news for me?
Your daughter's in Oxenford.
What the blazes? She all right? In good health? Safe? Why haven't you brought her back?
Never offered to do that.
How do you know she's safe? You see her at least?
No, but I talked to the man who helped her escape and then took her in. Tamara is safe and sound. From what I gathered, she has no desire to see you again, no intention to return.
I shan't trust some peasant dolt. I shan't trust whoever it is helped her. I need to know for certain she's safe. Go to her. You must be sure. See her yourself. I shan't believe anyone else.
I've done my part. You've got dozens of men. There's gotta be someone you can send.
You refuse to go? Fuck you! Yet, if you're ever in the area, by chance even, take this and just make sure she's all right.
What is it?
A letter of safe conduct. Ever since the Redanians took hold of the Pontar Delta, they made it damned hard to get to Novigrad without one. Very well. You were to find them both. What of Anna? Learned anything?
Nothing yet, but I'm on her trail.
Well, what are you waiting for?
For you to tell me about Ciri, like we agreed.
Fine. The word once given. When Ciri was on the mend, we took her out on a hunt. Thought a bit of galloping would warm up her limbs, gone stiff from so much bed rest.
Volvemos con Siri.
That lass of yours, pure luck in the flesh. To hunt down a wild boar that size, why, worthy of one of King Foltest's feasts, were he still among the living. Ciri, come! Whole haunt should be yours as I see it.
Oh, you done well, lass.
Not bad. Not bad at all. But who goes boar hunting with a sword?
No bow at hand, no spear. My sword was all I had.
Well, you brandished it beautifully. Where'd they teach you that, anyway?
A little here, a little there.
Not surprising, given you wander the world alone. Not alone no more. She's in the company now.
That's right. You're a member of the company. We're drinking together, killed a wild boar as a pack, you might say. But we've no notion how you arrived here. A woman in a man's garb, razor on her back. Who exactly are you? You a mercenary?
I just travel a lot. And I don't always happen upon such good and civil company.
Ah, gift of the gab she's got. Here's the good company.
This I like. Drinks like a lad, knows her sword work, kills a boar as if it were a piglet. A she-wolf, if ever I've seen one.
All right, all right. A woman could swing a sword. I've knowed one, but never seen a lady mount anything but a cock proper. All tipsy on horseback. Nothing strange on account they bloody mount them sideways.
Perhaps you'd care to wager?
Think you can outrun me on an horse? Naturally. What's the stake?
Black mare. The one in the stable.
Oh, that won't do at all.
What happened? You get the jitters?
No.
So why not?
The horse is mine.
To race the Baron himself. I'd consider it an honor.
Oh, that'd be a sight to behold.
Would it ever?
Done. But if I win, I take your sword.
Agreed.
I'd not drink any more this night. You'll want your head about you. We start at daybreak.
Lo mismo te digo. Baron. Vamos a correr. Por una yegua. Debe ser muy bonita entonces para que Siri la quiera con tantas ganas.
The day dawns.
Ready?
As ever. First one to the tower.
Man's up! Come on, Siri, don't you embarrass us!
Want that horse, don't ya?
Had one just like it.
Vamos, vamos, vamos.
Show how it's done.
Your sword is mine.
That'll be the
No,
day.
todavía no me. Oye, cabalga bien este viejo.
Want that horse, don't ya?
¿Qué pasó?
You're wind, not woman. Worthy of the best horse. The mare is yours.
Thank you.
What?
La cacería salvaje. No.
Another chance to win.
Pensé que era la
She
cacería
screamed
salvaje.
like a mad woman. In an instant, all had forgotten the wager. Every man ran to save his skin, even were it to break his neck.
And they make it?
Some, aye. Others were not so fortunate. But what happened then? I must say, Witcher, seen a lot, but nothing like this. Never.
Uh-oh. I know that look.
You're a fast learner. You'll know the rest once you find my wife.
Working on it.
And making piss-poor progress.
They split up. Hadn't considered that possibility before. But don't worry. I'll find Anna too. Heard anything about there being witches in Velen?
I pay no heed to peasant babbling. Common folk see witches, wizardry, devils, and who knows what the fuck else every which way they turn.
How'd you wind up here? Just curious.
It's no secret. I was a Temerian soldier. My unit smashed at the war's start. Soon after, we lost hope of regrouping, driving the foe back. Those who remained wandered north. Others, deserters or merely broken men, joined us. We were a snowball rolling down a slope. By the time we reached Crow's Perch, I commanded a sizable force.
Just march into the fortress, make yourselves at home?
With Nilfgaard advancing, the local lord had fled, abandoned the perch. Once this war's over and Nilfgaard's victorious, the Black Ones will grant me a title. All talk of a self-proclaimed baron will cease.
Can't help wondering why you made a deal with the Nilfgaardians.
What could I do? Cast myself at them and die a hero? Fuck a hero's death. Fuck death.
Rather live as a traitor.
Ere long, none will remember it. Temeria is no more. There's naught left to betray.
The local Nilfgaardian garrison doesn't look that strong.
What of it? Even were I to attack, cut them down to a man, others will come soon. Black Ones will flood this land, take control before long. Sure as we've all got our souls, they will.
Muy bien. Hasta luego, Lucas.
So long.
Lee Las Damas del Bosque. Esto ya lo habíamos leído anteriormente. Yo creo que esta es la misión. Esta es la misión de las brujas. Tras los pasos de Siri, está en Belén Navigrado. La misión de las brujas. Y tenemos... Ok. Nos queda encontrar todas las pistas que quedan en Belén y encontrar a la mujer del varón. Y secundarias... Podríamos hacer esta. Podríamos hacer esta misión. Pero monstruos, eso lo haremos en el próximo episodio. Este estuvo muy interesante. Las historias que aquí se cuentan son únicas, definitivamente. Parceros, parceras, mi nombre es Tato. Ha sido un gustazo enorme tenerlos de nuevo por acá con Geralt. Nos vemos en la próxima. Hasta luego.